very excited indeed as we head ever closer to Madrid. The day, however, belongs to the two-time world time trial champion, Filippo Ganna. We said at the start of the day that this was a day that should belong to the specialists, and it certainly did, Adam.
Oh, me by gum, it did. He was like a flipping, I don't know what, to be honest.
Rocket.
I think, yeah, he just in that final section of the race, we know about how to do strategies in time trials, when to put the most power down, when's the most efficient to be the quickest. No one thought it'd be in the last 2.5 Ks of a time trial where he just took massive amount of time from everyone. But he did. He's just a monster, and he was expected to win today. And yeah, he delivered to everyone. And luckily for us, we've seen him win, and we've also seen him sat in that hot seat for about 2.5 hours, which has been great for everyone.
You've enjoyed that, haven't you, Adam?
He's a good-looking bloke, isn't he? You can't beat around the bush with it.
We have seen Filippo Ganna in Grand Tour time trials before, coming in as the red-hot favourite and not being able to deliver. It's not a foregone conclusion. He was one of several top favourites coming into today. This was an exceptional performance from him, though, wasn't it, Matt?
Yeah, he delivered under pressure. You know, he's an Italian champion. As you say, there's so much that can happen on the lead-in, and the deeper you get a time trial into a Grand Tour, the more variables you have to take into account. There's the fatigue, everything like that. But he has been noticeably quiet from the Ineos Grenadiers.
Yeah.
He was helping out Ben Turner in a couple of the sprints, but a few times we had to remind ourselves that Filippo was actually here in the race.
But
clearly, but he's always here for you, mate, isn't he? But clearly, he's ridden a conservative. You've lost it now, haven't you?
I have lost it. I just get so distracted by Adam's love for Filippo Ganna. I think it's a really beautiful thing.
I think we all love a little bit of Filippo Ganna, especially when he had his top undone in the hot seat. What was all that about?
This is what I've had to sit beside all day. These two going mad for Ganna.
But no, it was a superb ride.
There's no footnote about it. It was like, but yeah.
He's clearly looked after himself, isn't he? And he delivered.
Definitely has.
But I tell you what, I don't think. And we know Jay Vine is an amazing time trialist, but Jay Vine's ride was I think the ride of the day, aside from the ride of Ganna, under a second. That was amazing. But Ganna delivered 3 stage wins. Big question is, who's going to be the next bald member of the Ineos Grenadiers?
Absolutely.
He still looked good with it.
Yeah.
He still looked good with it, even if he did the
So cool, isn't he?
Still back up.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got a bit of a treat for you two. Do you know what it is?
What?
Come on.
We can hear from Filippo Ganna.
Can we?
He's going to talk.
Do you know what?
He's going to talk directly to you, Adam. This is your moment to hear from Filippo Ganna.
Play that right now.
Let's hear from the stage winner.
Play it.
It is
3 hours on the hot seat, just in front of your hotel. You have time to reflect on what you have done. The last 4 kilometers, 10 seconds faster than anyone. 63 kilometers an hour in those last 4 kilometers. Is that where you have won?
Yeah, I think I suffered more in this last 3 hours in the hot seat comparing the bike. The first part I didn't find the correct rhythm, and then in the final I tried to push over without thinking the number, without thinking nothing. So I'm really happy for today. This last week it started really well for us, and it's not done for sure. We have another days in front, and we try to do all the best for us.
A difficult summer for you, crash at the Tour de France, then you almost didn't start La Vuelta. How have you found the good rhythm for this time trial?
I would say after the Tour a little bit crack. Yeah, of course it's not easy back in the bike, back to fighting, but yeah, I think every time when I was in the bike to try to do my best for arrive day by day better and better to improve and keep my best condition. So we arrived today after 2 weeks really suffering this Vuelta, where a lot of meter elevation in my legs. When one guy's about 85 kilos, it's not easy to climbing, but yeah, I'm really happy, and now we see for end this week.
One last word in Italian.
Adam, I would ask you what you think of what he said, but I didn't think you were listening to a word of that, were you?
Yeah.
Lost in his eyes. What was fascinating about that is we were asking just how he was able to go so hard in the back end of that race, but he's saying actually the problem was he couldn't push it at the start.
Yeah, sometimes if you do have to ride to a certain number and sort of power, it can feel really difficult to push through that, and you can find yourself almost against yourself just trying to get the numbers going. So you almost have to just say, relax, ride at a tiny bit less wattage so you can find that rhythm. And then once you do, you can really start to open up the taps. And I think he just did that. But yeah, it's very difficult for a time trial like this because you have to go out with a bang. You have to get on top of that power immediately. If you can't, you can just start to not really panic, but get yourself into like a... yeah, just going into the red a bit too much. It'll take a minute. Sorry.
Too much.
Give the people what they want, Matt. There we go.
Matt, I want to ask you about Jay Vine, if only to give Adam a moment to wipe the drill. What a ride that was from Jay Vine today. I know that we know he is incredibly strong in a time trial, but that was next level, wasn't it?
It really was. I mean, he does put out very, very big numbers, but he's a lighter rider. He's a climber. He's versatile, but to do what he did on a course like that, where it's not just all about absolute power, but it's a big help. That's why the likes of Filippo Ganna win these sorts of races over these short distances. But he rode perfectly. He was very, very quick early on as well. And when you compare him to Ganna over the opening bits, as people were saying, that he's heavy, he's 85 kilos, slowing down and speeding up would have really broken his rhythm in the early stages. There was a couple of bits earlier on where Jay Vine got a slight benefit from one of the cars in front because he was catching his Minuteman so quickly. But then what he didn't lose is too much time on this closing stretch where Ganna really opened up the taps. That last 4K was just perfect for people. No obstacles at all. They could cruise straight through the roundabouts. It was just about absolutely drilling it. But this man, who would have been producing probably 50, 60 less watts, is just so aerodynamic. And again, he's one of those people that knows the craft and the dark art of a time trial. He can put himself into a place where not many other people can and hold it. And it really is an interesting place to go. It's not a very nice place to go, but he's on his day in a TT, he is exceptionally gifted. And that, I mean, it was so close in the end. But yeah, I doffed my cap, and 2-stage wins, second place there. He looked disappointed, but I think also upon reflection, he'll really take that. That's one of his best rides ever in a TT.